So you're a judge and you're in a
judge.
court and एक क्रिमिनल खड़ा हुआ है आपके सामने जिसका जुर्म साबित हो चुका है। आप उसे सज़ा सुनाने वाले हैं, लेकिन आपको पता चलता है कि उसके साथियों ने आपकी बेटी को किडनैप कर लिया है। अगर आप सज़ा सुनाएंगे तो फिर आपकी बेटी की जान जा सकती है। What do you do?
वेलकम टू द डिलेमास। बॉक्स में रखे हैं कुछ बहुत ही मुश्किल सवालात जिन्हें फेस करेंगे हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स।
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. You are?
Areeba,
Areeba, I am Umer. And judging by the looks, you're...
a doctor. Yes.
A doctor.
Well, med student. More accurately. Let's begin.
Do you know what's happening today?
Yes.
Do you want to start or should I?
You can start.
Okay. तसव्वुर करें कि आप एक अस्पताल के मालिक हैं और वहाँ काम भी करते हैं। आपके पास 5 ऐसे मरीज़ हैं जिनके एक ऑर्गन ख़राब है। एक का दिल, एक के गुर्दे, एक का जिगर, एक का दिमाग और एक के फेफड़े। एक नया मरीज़ आता है जिसके तमाम आज़ा ठीक हैं। अगर आप चाहें तो इस मरीज़ के आज़ा निकाल कर सब 5 मरीज़ों को बचा सकते हैं। क्या आप ऐसा करेंगे? और आपके लिए तो वैलिड भी है, डॉक्टर है।
Okay,
देखी थी आप लोगों ने?
But I wouldn't. Why would I do that to a new patient? अगर मुझे ये करना होता कि I want कि सबको organs मिल जाएं, there are people who voluntarily donate their organs. I could do it out of someone जो अभी नया है and अभी मरा है. Why would I kill someone
हम
to
मरने
get
के
that?
बाद भी ऑर्गन यूज़ कर सकते हैं।
I think if immediately.
लेकिन डिपेंड करता है ना कि क्या वो 5 मरीज कुछ अरसे तक खुद जिंदा रह रहे हैं। क्योंकि अगर एक बंदे को हम 5 आधा निकालने की कोशिश करेंगे तो दैट्स सो मच गारंटीड वो बंदा तो मर जाएगा।
हाँ,
तो
that's why we're
taking one
doing
life.
it. That's why we're doing it out of someone जो अभी भी मर रहा है या मर चुका हो.
मर रहा है। We have that option.
We will have terminal patients in hospital ना. बस
तो
मैंने
हम
कहा,
टर्मिनल
"लो."
पेशेंट के साथ कर सकते हैं। That's not medical malpractice whatsoever. Which hospital do you work at? डॉक्टर अरीबा, हमारे पास पेशेंट जो आया है उसकी कंडीशन थोड़ी सी चेंज हो गई। नाउ दिस पेशेंट हैज an illness he will likely die from. His body is sound and he can, let's say, very easily donate all of his organs or be harvested of all of his organs. And the rest of the 5 patients have explored all of their pathways. Their relatives, they have been on transplant lists but been rejected or not being able to cope up and they're likely to die. Will you harvest all of those 5 organs from that already near deceased person to save those 5 people who might actually have a chance at life? Now, I am phrasing it very positively, but you should still consider
Okay.
it is murder.
No, it's not murder if the person gives consent. So the person isn't dead yet. I will convince that person to give me consent to harvest his organs.
Because I've never been associated with the medical circuit, and I don't know whether people consent to dying, but
People do
if I were in his
consent to
place,
have
I
their,
would never consent to dying.
People do consent to have their organs harvested after death. So I'll
So
literally
you're
just
gonna wait for him to die.
No, we're gonna give him treatment.
Okay.
But we are gonna also, tell him about how some people, give their organs away for harvesting and how that might help him and get his consent.
That's brilliant. That's actually very good to like counsel each and every patient who's likely to die to
Yes.
give away his organs for a
Yes.
good cause.
Why is
And
there
let
only
all
one
you-
person who's dying? Why can't I find other people who are dying
don't
at the same
know.
time?
No, that's the condition we're given.
I'm sure there's like an entire hospital of people for me to choose from. I can find people
The
who are
dilemma
dying.
is very different. ठीक है, what we are given is कि क्या आप अपने 5 पेशेंट्स को बचाने के लिए किसी एक पेशेंट्स को मारेंगी
Yes.
या फिर आप So I don't know whether to be sympathetic towards your patient or whether to be scared because we're at an impasse because I consider what you're doing, let's say murder, and you consider it treatment and you're the authority on treatment. I will not say much more. So I would not side with you, but I respect you enough. Let that one slide. Your turn.
Okay. So you're a judge
Okay,
and you're
I'm
in a
judge.
court and एक criminal खड़ा हुआ है
ठीक है,
आपके सामने जिसका जुर्म साबित हो चुका है।
ठीक है।
आप उसे सज़ा सुनाने वाले हैं, लेकिन आपको पता चलता है कि उसके साथियों ने आपकी बेटी को किडनैप कर लिया है। आपको नहीं पता कि वो कहाँ पे हैं एंड अगर आप सज़ा सुनाएंगे तो फिर आपकी बेटी की जान जा सकती है। What do you do?
The condition is कि मैं जज हूँ, मुजरिम है, proven guilt, Like, and if I convict him, my daughter dies?
Yes.
What happens if I don't?
Your daughter
Like-
probably dies anyway.
Like,
चलिए लेट्स अज्यूम कि साथ ही उन्हें आपको थ्रेट भेजा है कि दे विल रिलीज योर डॉटर टू यू इफ यू डोंट
convict him.
commit that.
So I let him go free and my daughter goes free. That's an even trade. I don't know whether I can control that situation, but I think I probably would. And my reasons for that are not entirely emotional, because as you can tell, I really don't have a daughter to defend. So my reasons are more analytical. Like, kyunki even it's a hostage situation, na? So they have certain demands, and I am not the authority on completing those demands. So I don't have to like pick up the gavel and give a decision immediately. I can take a break, I can inform the authorities and let them know that I am making a decision which I am biased at, and I have to make that decision. So I can inform people and then make that decision, and the police then can, before relieving him, take appropriate actions. That's because I have no guarantees either way. Because if you're
Yeah, I
understanding me right,
They could totally kill your daughter either way.
either way. So the maximum I can do is not having supernatural powers or heroic abilities. The maximum I can do is inform the authorities, tell them I need help, and I'm not gonna convict this guy because he's gonna kill my daughter. But that wouldn't exactly be legal, because I would be.
What if you were to say that you have an emotional bias and decide that you will not judge that case and have another judge and stand in for you?
That is the accurate measures that people have to take. If you, at a certain point, with the amount of law movies I watched, I can tell you that if you have a particular bias against a particular race or a gender or an activist, you're not allowed to judge that case. And even if you start to, you can announce that motion that I will be biased and I will not stand in jury or in court or as a judge particularly based
Okay,
on that bias.
What if
But if I announce that bias in the court, they're
The
gonna kill her
kidnappers kill your
anyway.
daughter, yes.
So I can't announce the bias. I can tell the people at the back, the quiet whispers, I am biased. I
what
have
if
to
they've
be
got
biased.
eyes and ears everywhere? They know what's happening in the back. You cannot tell anyone.
I cannot tell anyone. Well, then I would have to make that decision, because
What decision will you make?
I would probably make the decision of letting the guy go.
Okay.
And again, because if you know what PTSD is? I don't exactly know what PTSD is, but it's supposed to be a post-traumatic stress disorder. It's about the things that have happened in your past that you're very stressed out about, because you could have done things differently, or you could have like have the situation a bit more different. So if what would like cause me that kash, कि काश मैंने कर लिया होता या काश मैंने ना किया, I don't want to have that on me my entire life. So if I let this person go,
So basically,
लेकिन अगर कुछ हो गया वहाँ,
yeah, so it's
I'm
like,
gonna have to live with it for the rest of my life.
yeah. So you're kind of saying that even if you were to let that murderer go and your daughter died, you will not have to live with the regret that you killed your daughter, or you wouldn't be able
Exactly.
to.
That
Okay.
would be of greater essence. Like having to have made the decision that led to her life being ended. I can't take that on me. But what's the worst he could do? Based on those premises, would you have done anything differently?
I think I would have done the same. Probably, yes.
On the same grounds?
Let me think. What would I have done?
Okay then. I guess when we're both at a stable ground.
Okay. Yeah. So the first option obviously would be to be able to in a way control that situation where the daughter is kidnapped. In case I can't do that, I can't inform the authorities, I can't have any other teams do anything for me, I would let that person go. I would like basically announce that murderer to be not guilty, and then do something about it later.
That's the
To
only
get him
probability
reconvicted
we have
probably.
here. This was less of a dilemma, more analytical. I would suggest we both have reached a similar outcome.
Yes.
So that we leave on good terms now.
Yes.
I'm not coming to your hospital. Just leaving on
I
that.
don't have a hospital.
I am not coming to see you, lady.
Okay. Bye.